Hello everyone and welcome again to Ferris Sports Update. I'm your host Rob Bentley and thanks for tuning in. On today's show we'll recap another exciting win for the Bulldog football team. We'll have an update from our Ferris State University Director of Athletics and we'll check in with the Bulldog soccer team. We'll start first with Bulldog football and head coach Tony Annese. And Coach, welcome back and congratulations on another victory.
Thanks, Rob. Happy to be here.
27-7 over Northwood this past Saturday on the road, week 2 here. Talk about your performance against the Timberwolves in the GLIAC opener.
Well, first off, you know, so many people told me last week it's a trap game. I never mentioned that to my team, but you know, every week the GLIAC's a war. There were some pretty big upsets this past week in the GLIAC, so I was just pleased to be able to go to Northwood and play a solid game. I thought they played exceptionally well. They're going to be a tough team all year. They did some really good things, so I was pleased that we got out of there with a W.
I know some of your assistant coaches talked all week about Northwood, a much improved team on film, and certainly showed that, and certainly battled throughout the contest.
Yeah, certainly. You know, they had a nice offensive scheme. They're kind of putting an option-based offense in again, and I thought they did a great job. You know, they only had 1 turnover. We had 0, so considering the field conditions, I thought the ball was handled very, very well, and it was an excellent game. Both teams played really hard.
As we go over some of the highlights, again, coming off that big win at McKendree, 75 points, and your offense strikes quickly. First couple possessions, you get a couple big plays.
Yeah, second play of the game, we broke a good zone read play by Jason. That was the first one where Jamal rattled off 8 yards, and then Jason took off for a big gain and touchdown. So, you know, we wanted to get off to a quick start. The field, you can see chunks in the field kind of got torn up quick, and then this kind of Jason improvising, rolling out of the pocket and hitting Antonio with a one-hand grab there for a big touchdown. So that gave us a good 13-0 lead. Unbelievable
start there by the Bulldogs. You have a 13-0 lead. How does that factor into the game plan then from that point forward?
Well, you know, at halftime I talked about the fact we were up 20-0. Let's just not make any mistakes. You know, their whole mindset is to control the ball. They're running some nice option plays here, but we felt like they could move the ball on us to a certain degree, but we kind of would bend and not break, and that became our philosophy at halftime.
Talk about the play. Your defense certainly shut Northwood down much of the way. They got the 1 score in the 4th quarter after a long kickoff return, but the defense played well.
Yeah, really well. And I thought, you know, philosophically, I wanted to. Here's a fake punt. He's got Trevor as a quarterback, so he's got a run-pass option there, and he got to the edge and got a first down, which was a big play. But I thought our defense contained them really well. We didn't want the fullback to beat us, and he had over 100 yards up at Northern Michigan, and we slowed him down quite a bit. They did a good job with their perimeter run game, but we were able to, you know, even on long plays, we were able to contain them to a 10 to 11-yard gain. I think that was their longest gain all day, which we were pleased by.
Big stop coming up here shortly from the defense, and you'll get a big interception here late in the first half, and certainly a little bit of breathing room followed by a score.
Yeah, the Casey Zenner interception's coming up here in a little bit, but it was a huge interception, I thought. Gave us a short field, gave us a 30-yard opportunity. Here, Tom Brown breaks off a good run, and he's been a really good, solid player for us as a redshirt freshman.
Again, over the first couple weeks, we've seen your offense able to distribute the ball around, a number of different guys able to carry the football, and certainly you've hit some different targets in the passing.
Yeah, we have. You know, we still haven't had a 100-yard rusher, so which is kind of funny because we're really we rushed for a lot of yards, but the ball has been distributed very effectively, and you know, we're pleased by that.
Some pressure here, and certainly starts with your front four on the defensive line and some guys that have plenty of experience.
Experienced crew, you know, and then there's Anthony Darkangelo, the play before Nick Huckabee, who's playing linebacker for us. He led us in tackles at McKendree and second in tackles this game. But this is, I think, the big play here where Zenner picks the ball off, and we get a chance to get a short field and get the 3rd touchdown on the board.
How did some of the field conditions play into the contest?
It was slippery, you know. It was the field, you know, the turf kind of got torn up pretty good, but you know, both of us had to play in it, and it was, you know, you had to be a little bit more calculated with your footing as time progresses. But this was a 3rd and long play. Jamal makes 1 cut and gets vertical here, and it was a big play, led to our 4th touchdown.
Third quarter coming up here, and certainly you're able to control the clock a large portion of that late third quarter, early fourth quarter before you get this score.
Yeah, you know, that was a long drive there. We grinded it out, and we got up 27-0. And you know, we talked about having a shutout, and then we kicked it deep to a guy that's really a great returner, and he returned it a distance, and they had a 30-yard drive for their only score.
Back at home this week, and obviously hosting the Anchorbone Classic against Grand Valley, and certainly a team that comes in at 0-2, but a team that's played some tough opponents and some close games.
Oh, certainly. You know, we know they're going to be good. It doesn't matter if they're 0-2, 2-0, or if this was the 11th game and they were 10-0 or 0-10, or we were 10-0 and 0-10. It's a big game for everyone here in West Michigan. You know, we know they'll be ready to go. We don't expect anything less than their best. They're going to bring their best, and we're going to have to be up to the challenge.
I had some great support on the road here the last couple weeks. Talk about playing back at home opener, and the fact that your kid's looking forward to playing in front of the home fans.
Yeah, we're excited about it. You know, it's hard to start a season with 2 road games, and so coming home, I think it's going to be really an exciting time for our guys. It's really the first time that our whole team can be at the game, which is nice to have. And you know, we're hoping that the Ferris students come out and support us, and you know, I know the community will be there, and so we're just excited to be able to play a big game in front of a home crowd.
Grand Valley, obviously some returning experience off a playoff team from a year ago. What do you see as some of the keys coming in against the Lakers? Yeah,
they were a semifinal team, and obviously had a great run, but you know, they've got just a bunch of guys back who played key roles in their success last year. I mean, they've got you know, playmakers outside. Their 3 running backs are 3 of the top running backs in the league. Their defensive line is just really much improved, and so we know they're going to challenge us. So it goes on and on with their talent level. You know, they're an exceptionally talented team, and we just got to play them tough.
You mentioned earlier about the GLIAC and some of the upsets this past weekend. Certainly continues to get challenging and more challenging as the weeks go by.
Yeah, we just keep on talking about that ladder, and you got to step on every rung. If you miss a rung, you fall, and so it's important. You know, you look at even Division I. You know, those guys got every benefit in the world, but you know, Virginia Tech goes to Ohio State and wins, and then plays East Carolina and gets beat. So, you know, you just are never safe, and so you know, for us to be 2-0 or 0-2, or Grand Valley to be 2-0 or 0-2, it really just doesn't matter. You know, every contest is you know, a new beginning, and we got to play great on Saturday.
Well, Coach, congratulations again on the win. 2-0 start for the Bulldogs, and a big game coming up on Saturday night.
Thanks, Rob. Appreciate it.
We'll be back with more Ferris Sports Update right after this.